Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have polishes to share with you for polish pickup for the month of December. Now, if you haven't heard of what polish pickup is, it's a monthly collab between indie makers. They come together and create nail polish, like limited edition nail polish, cuticle oils, like hand lotions, anything pretty much like homemade, little trinkets and stuff like that. Now, all of these independent makers, they create these items based on a common theme, and that changes every month. There is a Facebook group, people vote on the theme. For the month of December, it's always maker's choice. So the maker can be creative, create whatever type of polish inspired by whatever theme or thing that they choose. December is always really fun because you really get to see the creativity behind all of the makers, what inspires them, and then you get to see it in this amazing product. Polish pickup occurs every month. They open the first Friday of every month and they close that following Monday. Certain items are capped, meaning that there's only a certain amount of items that are created, and once they sell out, that's usually it. You can't get your hands on it anymore. Sometimes makers will add additional products, but don't count on it. If you really like something, make sure that you're at the shop when they open. They open at 11 a.m. Eastern time on the first Friday of every month. The sun is killing me always, always, always. It's like I always film midday and it's just like there. A good way to keep tabs on what's selling out, how much quantity, is through their Facebook group. And I'll leave a link for their Facebook group down below. I think that's pretty much it with polish pickup. So let's get into these swatches. We're going to be starting off with Cadillacquer, and this one is soulless. Just prefacing this video by saying I apologize for such a late polish pickup video. I like to get it up on the Sunday when wishlisting opens, but oh gosh, personal life has just been crazy. Everybody is okay now, but it was a roller coaster. But anyways, I was like, I need to get this out because people need to see these beautiful polishes. Cadillacquer Soulless is inspired by Madeline, the maker, her dog Paula, who used to love winter and snow. And that picture of that dog, Paula, on the Polish Pickup website is gorgeous. What a gorgeous dog she was. This one is described as a light gray base packed with pink to orange to yellow shimmer, iridescent flakes, and silver magnetic pigment with a bit of hollow. This one is very, very pretty, and actually I can kind of see the inspo behind it. Like, you have that beautiful, beautiful light gray base that acts kind of like, you see that shaking? That's my kids. That acts like that beautiful snowy image, and then you have like this darker magnetic pull that just like if you look at the pictures of her dog on the website, it's like her dog and the snow mixed in together. Such a different type of magnetic polish that I've worked with before. I actually had some time off when I was swatching polish pickup polishes. So I had some sun, so you guys are going to see some pictures of the sun, some video footage with sun in it. Not my usual, but just for this video. I did do 3 thin coats for this polish. I know sometimes with magnetics, that pull can kind of pull away from the base of your nail, making it look a little bit more sheer. So I think long nails, you're going to want to do 3 coats, short nails, 3 coats as well. This one is super shimmery in the sun. I love, it kind of looks almost like frosty tips, like cold frosty tips. It does. Such a pretty polish, very unique. I love all of the shifts that this one has as well, and it's gorgeous, absolutely stunning in the sun. It gives you that beautiful sparkly snow effect. Pictured are 3 coats of Cadillacquer Soulless with a glossy top coat. And I forgot to mention price and capping. There are 640 bottles available, and it's priced at $13.50. Next up, we have Garden Path Lacquers, and this is threads your friends wove together, priced at $13.25, and there's 500 of these available. And it's inspired by Spirited Away in honor of the upcoming US release of Miyazaki's The Boy and the Heron, which is going to be released on December 8th. And the Garden Path Lacquers household is very excited about this one. Or about the release, I should say. So this polish is described as a red jelly base filled with red holographic glitter, black reflective glitter, and red-orange iridescent flakes. I am obsessed with this one. I love all the components that are in this polish. I decided to build it up in 3 coats. I went in really thin on my 3rd coat just to kind of see like if it would change anything. And honestly, I really didn't do much. The color, like the base color, did get a little bit deeper, but I think like short nails, you're going to be fine with 2 coats. I think if you have longer nails, maybe 3 thin coats, but honestly there's so much going on in this polish that I think if you just did long nails, if you did 2 coats, like 2 regular coats, you're going to be fine. Now keep in mind it is going to dry down texture, so you're going to want some sort of glitter smoother, and then your glossy top coat. This polish is absolutely gorgeous, perfect for this time of year, perfect for the winter months, for February, Valentine's Day. It is so sparkly because of that reflective glitter, all of the reflective glitter in there, the holographic glitter. I know this is described as a red jelly base, and it does. It looks very squishy, but it builds up so well to full opacity in just a couple of coats. The flakies that are in here are stunning. They really glow from within. If you love red polishes, you're really going to enjoy this one. And like I said, or I think I said anyways, usually with reflective glitters, polishes can be on the thicker side. I didn't find this one to be super thick. It was very easy to work with. So just an FYI there. Pictured are 3 coats of Garden Path lacquers, threads your friends wove together with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Jen and Berries, and this is Handsome Mount. It's priced at $13.50 and capped at 300 bottles. And the maker, Jenny, she was chatting with a friend at Polish and Beauty Expo over the summertime. If you haven't gone, you definitely need to go next year. Just saying that. It's very fun. But they were having a conversation about their love for Star Trek. And her friend had mentioned that she had a special name for Captain Pike, who played Anson Mount, which I haven't watched Star Trek, so I don't know these names. But the nickname, or the name that her friend mentioned, was Handsome Mount. So she asked if she could use the name for December for Maker's Choice. And here we go. And it's described as a dark brown base with a mix of violet and blue shifting crystal flakes, purple to red multi-chrome flakes, and a touch of scattered holographic flakies. This really took me by surprise. Like, I didn't think this was going to be like, you know how you have certain polishes and you're like, oh, this is this brand, this is that brand. This, I feel like, was totally not like a Jen and Berries polish, but I'm loving it. I love how it built up. I did build this polish up in 3 coats to reach full opacity. I mean, I think if you want that squishier type of vibe, 2 coats will be fine, but 3 coats for long or short nails is going to be perfect. But I am in love with this polish. It is so fun, so pretty. And honestly, whenever I read a polish has a touch of scattered holographic flakes, usually for the most part anyways, I think that you don't really see that touch or that sprinkle of holographic flakies in the polishes. Yes, it gives it some dimension and maybe a tad bit of sparkle, but you can't really notice them. But in this polish, you can definitely see them, and I love that about it. It is truly like a touch of sparkle, but you can see the sparkle within the polish. You can see those glorious flakies that are so glowy. And I love how this polish begins with a dark brown base, and then you add all those beautiful different colors in there, because it really truly does give it a nice wintry, cozy vibe. It's a beautiful polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Jen and Berries Handsome Mount with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Eyed Lacquer, and this one is Party Down, and it is priced at $12.50 and capped at 200 bottles. Lots of caps this month, so just keep that in mind. This one is inspired by Eyed Lacquer's 5th Indie-versary. So happy anniversary, Eyed Lacquer. This one is a magenta neon crelly with red, orange, green, gold shifting flakes and black flakies. This was so refreshing to see. Just amongst all of the polishes that I've recently swatched for the holidays, you have your darker colors, your blues, your blood reds, all of that. And then I swatched this one and I was like, oh my goodness, what a fun, bright polish. I was loving it. It is truly such a squishy crelly, and I'm all for it. I did build this one up in 3 coats. I think longer nails, 3 coats is going to work for you, with potentially a little bit of nail line showing through or peeking through because of how crelly this one is. But it's definitely a fun polish. I feel like if you need a pop of color in your life, definitely fun for Valentine's Day, and most definitely fun for the summertime. I'm a huge fan of black flakies, so I always appreciate any polish that has black flakies in it. The beautiful color shifting flakies that are in here aren't like super, like they don't have a super bold shift, but they do shift and you can see it. I think it's a little more subtle on the nails than it is in the bottle, but I feel like the base of the color in the black flakies and just that beautiful light glow on the nails from all your beautiful shifting flakies really like just make this polish its own, and it's gorgeous, and I definitely want to keep it aside and remember to put it on my Valentine's Day rack and even on my summer rack. Such a beautiful, fun shade, perfect and just in time for like the seasonal winter depression to boost up a mood for sure. Pictured are 3 coats of red-eyed lacquer party down with a glossy top coat. Red-Eyed Lacquer is also bringing us their De-Balmer, and this is also bottoms up. And I know I mentioned this in a previous polish pickup video, but I love how Red-Eyed Lacquer matches their nail product name to their polish, because I just feel like it's so much easier for me to remember which month I bought like the nail care item in. I don't know, I love the matchy, but there's only gonna be 100 of these available, and again it's inspired by the 5th anniversary, and it's a blend of citrus and cherry. Lots and lots of good ingredients in here. You have mango butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba, and it is a skin safe fragrance, but it's definitely fragrant. It is a wonderful scent, very like, I don't want to say like fruity, I guess like fruity, almost like candy like fruity, if that makes any sense. I love the De-Balmer. I used a lot here, and this is just for like video purposes, but you don't even need that much. You honestly don't. What I like to do with a De-Balmer is use it as a like hand cream or hand lotion, because it's just so good. It's so hydrating. It really does a great job with getting rid of like tough, dry, patchy areas. So you can obviously use this on other parts of your body if you have dry patches in like your elbows or, you know, arms or legs or whatever the case. But I really do like to slather it all over my hands, and it doesn't, like, initially it will feel a little bit greasy, but you know, once you work it in and you rub it in, it really does a great job with absorbing. It does have jojoba oil, which is an amazing component in any type of oil or lotion, because jojoba oil really will help like lock in that moisture and help draw it into your skin, so it doesn't leave like a super greasy feel. But I love this. I have one at work, I have one in my purse, I have one in my work bag. It truly is a really great product. So definitely try it out if you haven't, but just beware that if you are sensitive to really strong scents, you may not want to get this one. I'm not certain if Red-Eyed Lacquer has like the non-scented version available on her website. I'm sure that she does, but it's an amazing product, and I definitely recommend it to everyone. Next up is Zombie Claw, and this is Morticia's Pup Cup, priced at $13.50, and there is a cap of 300. I did film this one a little closer up. I had filmed this a while back. This was like one of the first ones that I filmed for Polished Pickup, so I was kind of testing things out. So just an FYI, but it's described as a creamy white base loaded with green, purple, pink, blue shimmer. Definitely very appropriate for the winter season. I love these types of polishes for the winter time, those nice like off-white shimmery sorts of polishes. Now this one is definitely loaded with your shimmer, your shifty shimmer. I see a lot of pink, I see a little bit of blue in there, but it has a beautiful pink sheen, and it's very, very stunning. Now I built this one up in 2 coats. I think short nails 2 will be fine for you. If you have some nail line or you have longer nails, you may want to go in for a 3rd coat. I can see this one maybe showing a little bit of nail line because of how light the color is, but like I feel like it would look nice. It'll give you that beautiful like French tip sort of like natural look with the sparkliness that this polish has. Pictured are 2 coats of Zombie Claw, Morticia's Pup Cup with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Night Owl Lacquer, and this one is sassy and gassy. It's priced at $13, and there is no cap. And it's inspired by the maker's fur babies, Pepper and Cocoa. And it's a indigo tinted base with vibrant purple, magenta copper, gold green shifting multi-chrome, and holographic flecks. So a lot going on, but a lot of goodness going on. I built this one up in 2 coats, and I thought that coverage was just perfect on my short nails. I think longer nails, maybe 2 to 3 coats, depending on your preference. But the holographic flakes that are in here, or the flecks, I should say, that are in here, really give this polish such a beautiful, beautiful sparkle. So I was able to capture this in some sunlight, and you can see here how glorious it looks. It is beautiful. The shifts, so insane. Don't really have to do much for you guys to see the different colors that are on my nails. You have that beautiful, strong, like gold green shift along the perimeters of the nail. You have the beautiful, like darker purple, also on like the edges of the nail. And just the sparkliness that this one has is just so stunning. It's sparkly like in indoor lighting, like, but in the sun, in like natural daylight, you can see here that it's just beautiful. Perfect polish for like your winter months, and honestly even like Valentine's Day. I can see myself wearing this one if I wanted like a what do you call those, like anti-Valentine's Day or something like that, or just, you know, be a rebel for like the month of February, Valentine's, and wear like a darker polish. Very pretty, beautiful formula as always from Night Owl Lacquer. Pictured are 2 coats of Night Owl Lacquer, sassy and gassy, with the glossy top coat. Next up, we have Jior Courture, and this is all of the lights, priced at $13.50, and there is no cap. And it's inspired by holiday lights at night. It's a violet to peach thermal with color shifting flakes and a touch of hollow. This definitely looks like nighttime with holiday lights. Look at those flakies. I'm obsessed with how chunky they are, but it's like just the right amount. Like you can see on the brush that a lot do come out, but like placement isn't an issue. They're going to be on your nails. They're going to get on your nails without an issue. Now, I built this one up in 3 coats. I think maybe I could have been okay with just 2 coats, but I had like a little bit of nail line peeking through, and I wanted to see if it would cover or like how the actual base would change. Again, sorry for the shakiness. One of the children probably in the back. But I had a difficult time getting this to transition, and I think it's because, one, it goes from like this beautiful violet dusty shade to a more like peachier. I have a little one in the background sneezing, if you heard that, and coughing because he's sick. But I think because you have that beautiful dusty violet shade, and it transitions to maybe a couple shades lighter to that peach thermal shade. And at the time, I don't know, like I usually don't have troubles with have difficulty with getting thermal polishes to change on me, but my fingers were just not feeling like temperature changed on this day. And I just think because the transition is not as intense as most thermals, maybe that's why as well, because it would change, but then it would just go right back. And I think, because one, it wasn't as an intense change, right? You don't have like your green to like yellow or something like that. And then my fingers were just not cooperating with me. But you can see here the difference. You have that beautiful dusty light violet shade to a more like almost kind of ish clear-ish, not really, but you can see definitely the peachy inspired tone that is described in the description. Honestly, like if you're afraid to try thermals, or you're not like the biggest fan but you do love this polish, I'd say give it a try. Like go ahead and get it, because the flakies on its own are just stunning. I really, really love all the colors in here. Such a pretty polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Jior Courture, all of the lights with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Rogue Lacquer, and this one is It Just Makes Me Happy, priced at $13, and there is no cap, and it's inspired by happiness. It's a pink, magenta, and orange glass flake with sapphire hollow glitter. Now, Rogue Lacquer does it again with their beautiful, beautiful flaky bombs. This one I feel like is just a little bit different, because those flakies are very, very small and circular, not like your classic Rogue Lacquer like shard flakies. I went in with just 2 coats on this one. I think you could definitely go for 3 thin coats and get more coverage on the nails. But you know, it is one of those types of flaky balms, and you can't really expect to get full opacity in just 2 coats. You could maybe try this as a topper, but it is so jam-packed with all of these components that it may be a little bit difficult to use as a topper. Honestly, on its own, it's just so stunning. I was honestly surprised at the finished results. I didn't expect to love it so much, and I think honestly it's because of how bright it is. You have the beautiful hollow glitter in there that just kind of twinkles within, like in between those flakies, and then just that pink magenta is so vibrant on the nails. Like, it really looks beautiful in person. You have to believe me on that, because I know if you're looking at this and you're like, oh wow, it's a pretty bright flaky polish. No, in person it is stunning. I love flaky balms, but I'm not the biggest fan of them. Like, I'm obviously going to choose my hollow glitter over like a flaky balm just because that's my preference, right? But I really truly did love this one. It was beautiful. And it is, because it's so flaky dense, I usually like to wear those types of polishes with a glitter smoother and then a glossy top coat, because I preferably love that like plump effect. So just keep that in mind if you prefer the plumpier type of look like I do. So we have 2 coats of Rogue Lacquer. It just makes me happy, with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Glisten Glow, and this one is Snow Angels, priced at $13, and there's only 400 available. Very shocked, because usually Glisten Glow does not have caps on their polishes. So this one is inspired by a cold, crisp winter air nipping at your cheeks while you lay in the icy snow and make a snow angel. I love descriptions like that, like just very detailed, and you can like picture yourself there. Snow Angels is a light baby blue polish loaded with large particle color shifting shimmers that shift from pink, orange, yellow, and green. This one is very pretty. You have all of your glorious shifts within your base. You can literally see them all. You can see the beautiful green, the yellow, the pink, the orange, but you can still see that lovely baby blue base. I am not the biggest fan of, I was going to say hugest, that's not even a word, the biggest fan of baby blue, but I think because of all of these beautiful shifts, it really makes the polish stand out to me. It is so glowy. Like, from far away, the more predominant glow or shimmer that you see is like that orangey yellow, but it looks more gold to me anyways than orangey yellow from afar, right? I think long or short nails, 2 coats is going to be fine for you. Pictured are Glisten Glow Snow Angels with the glossy top coat. Glisten Glow is also bringing us their glitter grabber. This product is absolutely amazing. It's actually one of the first glitter grabbers that I've ever tried, or glitter smoothers. So any type of textured polish that you wear, glitter, like really dense flaky polishes, they leave texture on your nail, and just with like a thick glossy top coat, it's usually not enough for you to get that plump, juicy look. And for the longest, literally 4 years, I would always, look at these glitter polishes in pictures and like see how smooth and plump they looked, and could never figure out why I couldn't get that same look. And then lo and behold, I randomly was on the Glisten Glow website. This was like years ago, okay guys. And I read the description and I was like, oh, like, okay, let me pick it up. And I didn't watch any YouTube videos or anything like that. I kind of just, read directions and kind of figured out how to use it. And once I put, a layer on this down, my textured polish, and then I went in with my glossy top coat after this dries. You gotta let it fully dry. So wait like a minute or so, a couple minutes, put your glossy top coat over it. So I did that and I was blown away. My nails looked like glass. I'm like, oh my goodness, where has this been my entire life? Now there's so many options out there for your glitter smoothers. I love the glitter grabber from Glisten Glow. It is so good. Again, one of the first ones that I tried. Definitely something to pick up if you like to wear glitter polishes like I do, or any type of like dense flaky polishes. There is no cap on this product either. And last but certainly not least, we have Cuticula, and this is Away We Glow. It's priced at $13 and there is no cap, and it's inspired by bioluminescent jellyfish. Away We Glow has a glowy blue base with blue purple lilac large particle shifting shimmer, blue purple shifting glass flakes, and blue purple ultra chrome flakes. So a lot of beautiful shimmer, a lot of beautiful flakies. This one, I initially went in with 2 coats, and then I don't know, for some reason I was like, oh, let me try a 3rd coat, which you'll see later on after I show you the little bottle shot and everything, because I had just the slightest bit of nail line showing, and I'm like, I wonder how this would look with just 1 extra layer. So when I added that on, honestly, like, it didn't really do much. I mean, it gave it a little more depth in color, and my nail line kind of got covered up just the tiniest bit, but honestly, like, the bright lights really show off the nail line. It's this angle that you want to really reference the most, because that's where you can actually see if your nail line is going to really show up. And I thought, like, the 3 coats was okay, but honestly, like, looking at this footage and just thinking back, I would only move forward with like 2 like thicker coats for me anyways. I think long nails, you may want to do 3 thin coats, and it'll work out for you. But this polish is absolutely glowy. It has a wonderful, beautiful shift. You have that beautiful blue base that really does like glow from within. And then the large particle shimmer, you see the beautiful purple lilac shift. Such a fun color for, I think, the winter time. And then I also think like for summer too, because, you know, it's a really glowy, bright color. And then winter, I think of these glowy blue types of shades. I know this is like on the blue purple leaning side, but it is wonderful. And I love the flakies in this polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Cuticula Away We Glow with a glossy top coat. Before we move on, if you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you do. I upload videos with live swatches, and I love talking about all things nails and nail polish. So 2 standouts for me this month. First one is going to be from Eyed Lacquer, and this is Party Down. I love this shade. I think it's a beautiful color for the summertime. I think it's going to be a pretty color for the spring, even actually for like Valentine's Day. So definitely something I'm going to keep aside and probably put on my Valentine's Day rack. I love the squishiness of the polish. I've really been loving like jelly type finishes. The ones that I do like are the ones where you still get the squishy effect, but you have good coverage, and I feel like with this one I get that. Next one is from Rogue Lacquer, and this one is It Just Makes Me Happy. Rogue Lacquer makes amazing flaky bombs. If you haven't already tried their flaky bombs, I say this all of the time, you really have to. They're amazing. I didn't think that this one was going to be as vibrant on the nails as it was. It really took me by surprise when I put on that 2nd coat. I was like, oh, okay, it's pretty. But then when I actually, you know, had the hand moving around, I'm like, wow, you know what? Like, this polish is really, really pretty. Beautiful polish for the summertime. Beautiful polish for like Valentine's Day. So I think I may be keeping this one aside as well to put on my Valentine's Day rack. That is all that I have for you today. Let me know what you plan on wish listing. So polish pickup wish listing always opens the first Sunday of that week. So if polish pickup opens on like Friday, it's that same week, that Sunday. So you have an option to go onto the website, wish list certain polishes, items that you are thinking of purchasing. That way when the shop opens, you can go on your wish list and add everything to your cart, add some things to your cart, and then check out. Let me know what you are wish listing, any polishes that you've seen that I didn't swatch that you're interested in. I always like to hear what other people are thinking of purchasing. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next one.